Winter is coming. Is your dog ready? Let's start with a fun fact. 2/3 of US families own at least one dog. That's more than the number of people who still believe pineapple belongs on pizza. Pauses, serious face. You know who you are. Now, while some dogs think they're polar bears, not every pup is ready for an Arctic expedition. Dogs left outside need a warm, safe space when temperatures drop faster than my grades after discovering video games. That's where we come in, folks. Today we're building the ultimate winter doghouse, a fortress of warmth and comfort that'll make your dog the envy of the neighborhood. Think of it as a 5-star doggy hotel, but instead of room service, they get your unconditional love and maybe a few extra treats. Alright, step 1, build a sturdy frame. You want something strong enough to withstand the elements, and maybe the occasional dog that thinks it's part of a demolition crew. Start by measuring your dog. Length and height, people. No need for algebra here. We're not trying to build a mansion, just a cozy space where your dog won't freeze their tail off, literally. Use 2x2 lumber to create a box frame. This is the skeleton of our doghouse, so make sure it's nice and square. We're going for sturdy, not sloppy. You can use screws or nails, whatever you're comfortable with. Pro tip, don't skip the angle brackets. They keep your structure solid. And hey, you'll feel like a professional builder without having to wear a hard hat. Remember, measure twice, cut once. Unless you like going back to the hardware store. I mean, I do, but that's because I like staring at power tools. And maybe sneaking a peek at the clearance lumber. Next, insulation. We're going to keep Fido warm with layers. Think of it as a doggy puffer jacket, but with styrofoam. We're adding 2 layers of 3/4-inch insulation, giving us an R value of 7.5. Don't know what that means? No worries. Just know it's way better than leaving your dog to shiver next to a snowman. For the floor, add insulation between 2 OSB boards. OSB stands for Oriented Strand Board. It's like plywood, but stronger and more moisture resistant. Keeping your dog off the cold ground is key. Remember, if you wouldn't sleep on frozen dirt, neither should your pup. We're going for maximum comfort here, people. Cut the insulation to fit snugly between the frame. You can use a utility knife for this, and don't worry about making it perfect. Your dog won't judge your craftsmanship, unless you forget the treats. Chapter 3, the secret sauce. 2 rooms. Here's where things get fancy. We're giving this doghouse 2 rooms, a foyer and a bedroom. Why? Because even dogs deserve a little privacy, and because cold air won't just blast straight into their sleeping space like an unwanted guest. Design the entry room like a hallway and make sure it's wide enough for your dog to comfortably strut inside. Pauses. I mean, if they're anything like my dog, they'll enter like royalty expecting a red carpet. This 2-room design creates an airlock, trapping cold air in the entryway and keeping the sleeping area nice and toasty. It's basic science, folks, but it works like a charm. To create the divider wall, simply frame out another section using your 2x2 lumber. Make sure to leave enough space for the door opening. And speaking of doors, we'll get to that later. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. This isn't my first rodeo, people. Chapter 4, the hinged roof. It's all in the details. Finally, add a hinged roof. Trust me on this. When your dog doesn't want to come out because they're warm and cozy, you'll thank me. With a hinged roof, you can easily check on them or clean the inside. Plus, it gives you a reason to brag to your neighbors about your architectural masterpiece. For the roof, you can use plywood or OSB. Cut it to size, making sure it overhangs the side slightly to prevent rain from getting in. Attach the roof to the doghouse frame using hinges. Make sure they're heavy-duty hinges because you know how dogs can be, all paws on deck. For bonus points, add a handle to the roof. Think of it like the trunk of your car. Except instead of groceries, it's holding your spoiled furry friend. Title exterior walls and siding, buttoning up our pup palace. Time to wrap it all up, literally. Cover the walls with OSB and slap on some siding. This is the finishing touch, the cherry on top of our doghouse sundae. Got leftover planking from another project? Great. If not, T111 siding works well and won't break the bank. We're all about being resourceful here. Glue or staple the insulation inside, making sure to seal up any gaps or cracks. You don't want any sneaky drafts ruining all our hard work. Now, carefully attach the OSB sheathing to the outside of the frame, securing it with screws or nails. This adds an extra layer of protection against the elements. And finally, install the siding. This is where you can get creative and add some personal style. Just make sure you don't trap any squirrels inside. That's a plot twist you don't want to deal with. Title mission accomplished, a dog's winter paradise. Before you celebrate your DIY victory, place the doghouse somewhere sheltered, like a corner of your patio. This helps protect it from harsh weather and keeps it warmer inside. When built correctly, your dog's body heat will naturally warm the house, turning it into their own cozy little retreat. It's like a spa day, minus the cucumber slices. And that's it, folks. A warm, safe space for your dog when the weather turns brutal. They'll thank you with tail wags, slobbery kisses, and fewer sad puppy eyes when you leave them outside. So, what are you waiting for? Grab some wood, insulation, and a can-do attitude and build that winter doghouse. And don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Because sharing is caring. Just like building this doghouse for your furry friend. Thanks for watching Ancestry Lands. Until next time, stay warm, stay prepared, and always be kind to your four-legged companions. See ya!